I hope everyone's doing well. You're having a good day so far, and that this upcoming week will be filled with blessing and good for all of us. A thought on what makes meat kosher. In order for meat to be kosher, it must have two kosher signs, which are described in our parsha, Parshat Re. The animal must have split hooves, and it must also chew its cud, which means it swallows its food, regurgitates it, chews it once more, and then swallows it again. Cows have split hooves and they chew their cud, therefore they're kosher. Pigs only have split hooves, and camels only chew their cud, therefore they're not kosher. So obviously these kosher signs are really important. What do they have to teach us, and how can they be instructive for us today in our lives? I spent many Shabbos meals at rabbis' homes. What always stood out to me was that when it came to themselves, the rabbis were satisfied. They had what they needed. They lived oftentimes in modest living conditions. But when it came to other people, us, their guests, they were not satisfied. They gave and gave, dish after dish, and they really made those Shabbos meals such an enjoyable experience. Oftentimes in our society, we'll see the opposite. When it comes to people giving to themselves, they're not satisfied, looking for newer and better things always to attain, and it's never enough. However, when it comes to other people and giving to them, our fists sometimes are clenched. We're satisfied. It's enough for us. The two simanim, the two signs of the kosher animals, hint to the path of the rabbis that I mentioned. They tell us to be giving to other people, to have split hooves, open hands, not clenched, open hands, to not be satisfied, to constantly be giving. However, when it comes to taking in, and enjoying our blessings, we should be satisfied. We should reflect on them, regurgitate them, enjoy them over and over again, and be grateful for what we have. That's hinted to in the chewing of the cud. And therefore, we learn from these kosher signs, from the enjoying our blessing and the food that we are given from Hashem in our parsha, to see it in that way. This isn't an easy level to attain, and I think that our parsha is aware of that. When it introduces these kosher signs, it talks about the fact that we are banim atem l'Hashem Elokechem. We're children to Hashem. This is getting us on the right path. We might not be able to be as pious as those rabbis, but if we develop this understanding that we all are banim, we're all children to Hashem, we'll understand we're all one family. And if that's the case, we should be grateful for what we have from Hashem, but in addition, always keep our hands open and our hooves split as we extend our blessing and generosity to others.